What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Game week 36. Game week 35 is not quite over. I've started the stream while the Man United game is still on. At this point for me, Aguero's off. Got no Man United players. Man United have lost. For sure, they ain't coming back from this. They were awful tonight. So yeah, I thought I'd get the stream going in advance. Aguero, sorry, has just been subbed off. So I think there's only like 4 or 5 minutes left. But I could be wrong because I can't see the minutes. So probably not a lot happening. I'm currently on 113 points. 112. So I've hardly gained any rank tonight. I think I started on about 9. What did I start on? 9376. I'm currently on 9355. So I've gained like 21 places tonight, which kind of sucks. Because I had Aguero captain, Jota, Doherty, Jimenez, Koscielny, don't ask, and Lacazette. So nothing happened tonight. But yeah, into the top 10k finally. Feels like it's taken a long time. How are we all? You're drunk? I'm not drunk. What's up, Super Tiger? Doherty is a bit of a legend. If he kept his clean sheet, he would have been my joint. In fact, my highest scorer of the week. It turned out to be Davern in the end. Let me refresh this score. Koscielny, that's pretty stupid. There you go. Davern worked out alright in the end. Almost got rid of him. Thoughts of the United performance, as expected, not good enough, basically. I mean, now, who do Man City have left? Burnley away. Burnley have been doing okay. Leicester, then Brighton. Liverpool, Huddersfield, Newcastle away, and the Wolves at home. Pretty tricky for both of them, I think. I don't think Newcastle away and Wolves at home are like guaranteed wins by any stretch. Huddersfield at home should be, though. I think a lot of people who've still got their triple captainship looking to maybe use that tonight. This week, sorry, for Game Week 36. Do I think Eriksen will be benched? I'm not too sure about that one because he's played so many minutes recently, but I just feel until top 4 is done and dusted, they'll probably just keep playing him. So I think there is a good chance. Obviously, this is the game before the Champions League semi, so there probably is going to be some rotation. Whether or not it'll be Eriksen, I don't know. Whether they can afford to drop Eriksen, I'm not sure about that, to be honest. I think he'll probably play. Am I concerned about Salah? No. Mostly because I don't own him. I think he'll play. I mean, Klopp will say if he's not going to play, I'd say. Surely he'll get asked about that pizza. Do you know what I mean? Little private jets, they can get him back. Might be nice for him to have a little break. Meet Daenerys. Job done. 100 minus 4, does that count as a 3-digit score? I don't know. I've been told in the past it doesn't. But you still get to see 100, so if that's good enough for you, that's all that matters. Swap Eriksen for Mane. Yeah, I mean, obviously a few people concerned there's going to be some rotation this week. But I think he'll play. I'm not too concerned about him not playing. I'm not triple captaining him, so maybe that would be a bit more tricky. But unless Klopp kind of mentioned anything, I think they've got to go for it. Man City won again. It's pretty difficult for them to rest players, even with Barcelona coming. When the league is huge, right? So they've got to keep winning. Huddersfield's a good game to get some goal difference up. Although I don't think. Let me have a quick look here. And the goal difference is 8 goals. Don't see them making that up, no matter how many they put past Huddersfield. More concerned about fullback rotation. Yeah, I do worry about Trent. It's annoying because I did consider bringing him in as a header Koscielny. Obviously, that would have been great this week, even for a single game week player. But I didn't want to block off Salah, which was pretty stupid in hindsight because I don't think I ever really planned to get Salah. And then I was also worried about rotation, which didn't happen, but it could still... It's going to be a concern to the end of the season now. I feel like this is going to be one of those times when I don't end up getting Trent because of this worry about rotation. It never happens. I don't know. Something tells me Gomez might play. See, it's so hard to predict because part of me thinks Gomez is the better defender. So against Barcelona, I mean, maybe Liverpool should take it to Barcelona, to be honest. I mean, Man United didn't do so bad in the first game. And they just don't have the talent like Liverpool do to put them away. So maybe they'll go for it and they'll play Trent and let him attack. But part of me thinks he might want to play Gomez, but is he just going to drop Gomez in against Barcelona when he's hardly played any minutes? And then so part of me thinks he'll play this week, have an easy game against Huddersfield to get ready for Barcelona. But is he going to play 2 games in quick succession and Trent not to play either? So it's pretty difficult, to be honest. Pochettino rests his son against Huddersfield with no Kane. Liverpool under 9s would beat Huddersfield. Yeah, true. Trent came off a bit early in the Cardiff game, a little rest, or potentially warming Gomez up. Because I think he came off for Gomez, right? What's up, Matthew? So, I mean, ultimately, we just don't know. And that kind of sucks. We wish we knew. Because if I knew he was going to play against Huddersfield, I'm pretty sure Koscielny to Trent would be my transfer this week. I'm going to show you my team for this week. In fact, is it full time yet? Yeah. Okay. You forgot to hit the bench boost button. Ouch. I love that Brighton came through with a clean sheet, by the way. So good. Shame I sold Dunk for Koscielny. Idiot. Just retweet that. I'm lost now. Will I be able to resist Sanchez after tonight's performance? Look, I'm not going to get him against Chelsea. If he plays against Chelsea and does well, which probably not going to happen, then it would be tempting for Cardiff and Huddersfield. But until I know he's going to play, or even then, even if he plays against Chelsea, there's no guarantee that he plays in the next 2. I think I'm probably just going to have to go without Sanchez, which is a shame. Laporte is truly the double game week king. More points, yeah. Yeah, finally top 10k. So I was close to it 2 weeks ago in game week 34. I was like 10,600, but then in 33. Then in game week 34 I dropped to 15k and now I'm back up to 9k. Yeah, thoughts with Joe from Fantasy Football Scout. Obviously put out some health concerns on Twitter, so hopefully he makes a quick recovery and get back to the Scoutcast. I know fantasy football is probably the least of his worries right now, but he's always been great with me on the Scoutcast, so hopefully he'll be back plugging the goals in on the table imminently, hopefully. Yeah, in terms of looking ahead to next week, for me, I mean, it's pretty it's pretty slim pickings for what I need to do. I mean, I've got Jota and Deulofeu. Who do I play? I'm probably going to go with the home player. Good question from Block. Arsenal can't defend. Are you going to start Koscielny? I mean, they just kept quite a few clean sheets in a row, right? So it was a bit annoying that they then did so poorly. So is this going to be a bit like... Is this going to be a bit like Brighton, where they suddenly conceded 7 out of nowhere? I'm still saying it was out of nowhere. And they keep a clean sheet against Wolves. Is Arsenal going to be the same? I don't know. Could play Doherty, could play Bednarak, could get rid of Koscielny. Is Sterling a priority? I mean, I'd like Sterling. De Bruyne kind of spoiled my plans because I could have done Eriksen to De Bruyne for free. Eriksen to Sterling, I would have to take a hit. Is it worth it? I don't know. That's the easiest way for me to get Sterling in, I think. I don't think I can do it with Lacazette to a cheapie and like Jota or Delafeu out. I double check, but I don't think I can do it. Because I don't really want to take Jota out. Although, he's got Fulham. That's not a game I want to take him out for. Yeah, I think I already checked this, and I can't do... Yeah, I'd only have 4.1 to spend on a striker. I could do it with Jota. If I took Jota out, I could get rid of Lacazette. And have 4.6 million striker. But, it means keeping Koscielny. I don't really want to do that either, to be honest. Realistically, the only way I'm getting Sterling, probably in a way that I would actually want to do it, is dropping Eriksen. But I would have to make up 2.3 million somewhere else. So it would have to be Lacazette, really. Yeah, Lacazette's and Mitrovic, maybe. What are Fulham's actual last few fixtures? Cardiff at home, Wolves away, and Newcastle at home, though, are not. Can he even play in that Newcastle game? Is he on loan or was he bought? I can't even remember. He's on loan, isn't he? I got this wrong, haven't I? Oh no, okay, they bought him. My bad. Oh yeah, he was on loan, but then now they bought him. Okay. Shut up. Aguero triple captain against Leicester could be good. I think, personally, I think this week is the best. For me, I would be using my triple captain this week, Mane or Salah, whoever you've got. If you've got both, it's tricky. I think most people will side with Salah, but nothing to say that Mane can't outscore in the way he's been playing. So yeah, I like triple captain this week. Bet you're glad you didn't do Mendy. Yeah, that was a step too far, really. Jota to Mane or Eriksen to Salah, triple captain. See, if we thought if Spurs weren't in the Champions League, I'd probably still keep Eriksen, I think. But Jota has obviously just done really well tonight. It's that Fulham game. That's the one reason I'd want to keep Jota. I think Watford away and Liverpool away could be points, but it wouldn't. I don't know. Wouldn't inspire me to think there's going to be many. I think I prefer Jota to Mane. Triple captain, if you can trust him. Why not, the way he's been playing? Should have had points in the last game against Cardiff. Cheers, Rob. Thanks for tuning in. And to everyone else, of course. Palace's last 3 fixtures are... In fact, let me get the ticker up. Let me see if I can find... Yeah, I used the Fantasy Football Scout one. So, Crystal Palace, Everton at home. Obviously, Everton have been playing really well. Thanks for that, by the way, Jason. Everton at home, Cardiff away, Bournemouth at home. So pretty decent. Maybe someone like Van Arnold for Koscielny. Why not? Laporte, 2 clean sheets and 3 bonus points tonight. Yeah, why didn't I go for him? Why did I go for Koscielny? Trying to be too clever, I think. I can't actually... I don't even know. I forgot why I didn't go for Laporte in the end. Probably because it was 2 top 6 teams. What an idiot. Imagine if I'd had Laporte. And I'd have him for the rest of the season. Oh dear. How many did he score in the end? 6, 6, 12 plus 3 bonus 15. Damn. Damn. Van Arnott though. 5.5, so I can afford him. Pretty good fixtures. He didn't play against Arsenal though. Was he injured? I don't think he was he? Yeah, Laporte is a bit of a double game week legend. Massive mistake on my part. I think I'm just trying to be too clever with Koscielny, but whatever. Delafeu to Redmond. I just don't think I would sell Delafeu this week. Even though Redmond has pretty good fixtures. Just don't think that's the transfer I would use this week. I think I'm more concerned about my Arsenal players. Like Lacazette, can I even be sure he's going to play? Brighton at home looks good. That's one of the reasons to keep Koscielny maybe, is to play him in that Brighton game. But will he play for definite? That's the problem with those Arsenal boys. Remember that stat about Van Aanholt relegating teams with goals? Could he relegate Cardiff? Maybe. Why didn't he play though in the last game? I need to check that. Lacazette to Firmino. I don't know. I just don't. Firmino just hasn't really inspired me at all this season. I mean, it is Huddersfield. Don't get me wrong. I see the logical thinking there. Buying someone like Mitrovic, I know underlying stats have been okay, and I just don't like the thought of buying a relegated striker. So yeah, he was just on the bench against Arsenal, so he wasn't even injured. But he played 90 minutes. Maybe he was just having a rest. I mean, he's pretty much played 90 minutes all season, so maybe there's something I'm missing with Van Aanholt. You'd assume he'd be back next week. Yeah, De Bruyne is a tough one because, well, definitely a sell. I mean, some people are looking at someone like Sigurdsson. They got Spurs last day of the season, though, away. How do you feel about people copying your team? They probably shouldn't copy my team. They could do better. Relegated, but looking to play well for his next move. Maybe, yeah. But it's not just him, though. Obviously, it's the whole team you're hoping to perform them. Lacazette to Shane Long. 4.6 million. What a bargain. Firmino. If I get Firmino, though, I feel like I'm stuck with him for the rest of the season. Do I want to be stuck with him for the rest of the season? Don't know if I do. United are absolute garbage, true. Yeah, Van Dijk not within my budget, otherwise I'd probably get him, to be honest. Can't wait to get Ashley Young in. Might be playing for one of the promoted teams. Any differential triple captain? I mean, obviously the Liverpool boys look good this week. I think if you think Son's going to play, which he probably will, there you go. If you don't want to go Mane or Salah, go for Firmino. Liverpool have good fixtures. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm overthinking their fixtures a bit, but Newcastle away in the Wolves on the last day of the season. I mean, that could be a huge game. Could be the title winning game. Who will withstand the pressure? Could it be Firmino? Play Doherty instead of Duffy. No, I'm definitely playing Duffy this week, 100%. Newcastle's a game they could keep a clean sheet. Although, I guess Perez and Rondon are playing pretty well. Best 5.4 million defender, not Koscielny, that's for sure. I don't think Trent's 5.4 anymore. I think he's 5.5. 5.6 even, damn. I have put 4 polls up, by the way, if you want to check them out. So there's your Gameweek 36 captain, best week left to triple captain, so this week 37 or 38. Vardy, whether to sell or not, and then to play in 36 DFA or Jota. That kind of helps me because I'm thinking that too, but also a few other people asked me about that one. Generally, we could go Lacazette to Shane Long to free up funds and then keep him on the bench. We're allowed to get Van Dijk. I know, but I just think we've only got 3 weeks left. That would take 2 transfers, so a hit to get Van Dijk. Because really, I want him this week. It means I have to play Jota and Defoe, which isn't the end of the world. I don't know. I just think getting someone like Shane Long at this point, it just feels a bit slow with only 3 games left. I'd probably prefer just to do Lacazette to Firmino, like a few people have pointed out. Just have the Liverpool triple up. I mean, I'm not going to get Salah. It's just not going to happen. So really, it's just a defender, and I can't afford Van Dijk. I don't want to take a hit for him, and I just don't know if I want to trust Trent. So Lacazette to Firmino could be the best way. Joel Matip, yeah. What if Gomez plays centre back though? It's a frustrating because I've got these worries in the back of my mind, but at the same time, I just think, is Klopp really going to change it at this point? Like Van Dijk and Matip have been pretty damn good. Milivojevic a good shot. I mean, if he's going to keep scoring penalties, absolutely. I think the fixtures are good for Crystal Palace. Everton at home is a tough one because obviously they have been playing well, but then Cardiff away and Bournemouth at home, I do like those. How much is Firmino anyway at the moment? 9.3. How much does that give me? 0.8. Maybe I will take a hit this week. Maybe I'll get rid of Koscielny and Lacazette. That will definitely blow up in my face. I can just tell. I mean, the best fixtures to come. Southampton. I'm not going to get a Southampton striker. No way. But I agree, Redmond's a good shout. Bournemouth at home, Huddersfield at home the last three. Palace good. I mean, Arsenal's fixtures are good. And that Brighton game makes me think, do I keep? It's so hard trying to work out their rotation. You know, they could play against Leicester and then not play against Brighton. That would be really frustrating. Liverpool, obviously, good fixtures. City, but it's going to be tough for me to get any more of their players in. And Spurs, but I've already got triple Spurs. So they're kind of the teams that I don't currently own players from that I'd want. Maybe Crystal Palace. Maybe I'll get Firmino and Van Aanholt for Koscielny and Lacazette. But taking a hit for a defender, just not sure about it. And I'm not. I just think I'm going to go the rest of the season without Sterling and probably massively regret it. Do I think Sané starts if De Bruyne and Fernandinho are injured? Not necessarily, because I think they could set up differently from the start. I just think... I don't know, I just think Sané is just too much of a risk still. Are you looking at any Man United players for the last two game weeks? I mean, as game weeks go, Huddersfield away and Cardiff home is pretty decent. Now, Man United have been playing rubbish, but even Man United can beat Huddersfield and Cardiff. So, am I looking at their players? I mean, Pogba and Rashford are probably the two that stand out still. I'm just not sure I would get either of them for the players for different. Either of them for players that I've got now. As in, I've just said that really badly. Totally bad English. I'm not sure I'd bring them in for any of the players I currently have. Basically, I don't think they're good enough for me to replace them. What's up, Gorav? Laporte, 3 bonus points confirmed. Could have gone for him. Have I seen the match of the day tweet? No. What does it say? Sanchez didn't get a touch of the ball? Oh wow, he came on for 12 minutes and got 1 touch. Damn. I don't hate Sané, I just would prefer to have players that are going to play. That's all. Don't hold a grudge against him whatsoever. I mean, he has started 2 games in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. That's all I need to know. Have we slept on Bernardo Silva this year? Maybe a bit, but I mean, I've had the big dogs like Aguero, Sterling, etc. I mean, I'm looking at him now. There's a patch where he went 4-3-1-1-2-3-3-4-3-2, and then 14. So, did do spells without getting anything at all, really. Plus, they have really good other players. What about Koscielny for Shaw for the last 2 game weeks? The thing is, I'm not going to bring in Shaw this week. And then Koscielny would have Brighton next week, so do I really want to swap him then? Bernardo Silva playing further up the pitch now. He could be playing deeper now, though. Fernandinho out, maybe him and Gundogan in the middle. No, Lacazette to Long doesn't let me do Jota to Sterling. It might let me do Jota to Sterling, actually. It means you've got to play Delafeu every week. And, I'm not sure about that. I think he'd probably get rested on the last day of the season. Surely playing triple captain this week on Liverpool asset won't gain much. Bearing in mind everyone else has him as normal captain. It's not the right way to think about the triple captainship, in my opinion. If everyone's going to captain them and they're going to get 20 points, then you get an extra 20 points. That would be amazing. Every week is 3 weeks. You've lost me. The live rank's usually pretty accurate, yeah. Yeah, there's every chance Eriksen can play deeper, but Ali can drop a bit deeper as well. Who's my favourite Southampton owner? Definitely not Valerie anymore. If you forgot to bench boost this week, would you use it? If you forgot to bench boost last week, would you use it this week? I mean, yeah, if your bench looks good. I mean, check over the next three game weeks when your best bench is going to be. Is Jimenez an option to sell now? Nah, not for me. Sound like he got a few chances tonight. Hasn't scored in 3 games, to be fair. No points in the last 3 games. But I'm going to keep him. Fulham, man. It's coming. Is Van Bissaka a good shout for Duffy replacement? Yeah, I mean, Crystal Palace defence looks good, but I don't know if I would take Duffy out this week against Newcastle for Van Bissaka that has an informed Everton. Yeah, Valerie will come back in. Almost certainly. I was just joking because, well, what happened in the double game week? See you later, Macwin. Firmino captain, that would be different. That would be different. Why not? Wolves could beat Watford, lose to Fulham, then beat Liverpool in the final. Yeah, I mean, the way it's going with them, or the way it's gone with them, they've done really well against the top 6. Really well. I think they've taken nearly half the amount of points on offer. Am I starting Jimenez over Jota? Yeah, always. Although, arguably I shouldn't after the last 3 weeks. See you later, Physio. Do I reckon City have the league in the bag? Nah, it's still only like a point in it, right? I mean, anything could happen in the last 3 weeks. It ain't done just yet. Obviously, Liverpool play first again this week. In fact, Liverpool play first in the next 2 game weeks. So Liverpool play on Friday this week. Man City play on Sunday. And then they play on Saturday. And Man City play on Monday. Last game of game week 37. Then obviously they all play at the same time on the last day. So I don't know. Jimenez captain couldn't have done that badly this week, to be honest. Yes, he blanked, but I mean, for me, I was between Aguero and Son. Son did nothing. Aguero got an assist. Sterling was the one I was worried about. He only got an assist. If City beat Burnley, the title race. So, I mean, people have been saying that for I don't know for however many weeks that it's over. It's never over until it's over. There's only 1 point in it. Hopefully it comes down to the last day of the season. That'd be amazing. You made it to the FPL Cup quarter-final. Nicely done. Eriksen or Sterling out for Mane? I think it's got to be Eriksen if you're going to take one of those two out. De Bruyne captain, that was harsh. That was harsh. He was the one player I really wanted to bring in that I almost thought about bringing him in for Eriksen for a hit. Just obviously didn't do it in the end, but yeah, De Bruyne, especially if you captain him, that's just harsh. Get me into the top 1k. I can't. I'm rubbish. I'm only 9k. 1200 over who to bench, Ryan or Foster? I would bench Foster. I think. Bench 2 of Dunk. I would just bench Dunk. I think. Just split. Doherty though, is he going to get a clean sheet? I'd probably just bench Dunk and split your kind of two Brighton players, and then bench one of Jota, Moura. Definitely not Lucas Moura. I'd probably bench Jota, but I think it's close there. No Watford clean sheet in 2019. Bam. Yeah, it's gonna have to be English only, I'm afraid. I don't know. I don't see Man City slipping up to Burnley, but the form table, I suppose, doesn't lie, and Burnley have been doing all right recently. But I mean, I don't expect Liverpool or Man City to really slip up. Who would I get in for De Bruyne? I mean, there's so many options. If you've not got Mane, I think, and you've not got triple Liverpool, then it looks like he is the number one. The number one option. I guess then it depends how much you want to spend already. Robertson for triple captain. Look, I will never captain a defender apart from Duffy. Delafeu better away from home. You'd play Jota over him, but isn't Jota much better at home? Up to 12k, hoping for a top 10k finish. It's definitely on. Yeah, I've got Lloris to play the rest of the season. It was frustrating he didn't play that first game, but whatever. Who? Oh, yeah. I might not. I'm benching Doherty currently because Robertson has to play. Duffy, I just think a home game against Newcastle could be a clean sheet there. It's really between Doherty and Koscielny, and yeah, I might switch there, to be honest. Why am I ignoring you? I just ignore everyone. I'm just a horrible person. The only thing we know about Salah is he was in New York this week. He had a pizza. He met Daenerys. That was it. I'm sure Klopp will tell us whether he's available or not. Someone will ask the question about whether he's still in New York. I can't imagine that Klopp said, "Do you know what, go to New York. There ain't much happening in Liverpool. Have the week off." I just don't see it. Let him go away for a couple of days. Refresh. Sure, it's a long flight, but I'm sure when you're in first class or private jets, it's not as bad. So I personally wouldn't be that worried if I had Salah unless Klopp comes out and says he's still in America. Aubameyang for triple captain since he missed the game today. Yeah, but he was ill. He wasn't rotated. He was just ill. A little bit of illness. So I'm not sure he's my favourite triple captain personally. But if you think he's going to do well, go for it. Imagine Klopp pulls out a B team this week and rests all his big players. I just don't see it. I mean, yes, out of all the games that are left, this is the one to rest your players. So potentially we could see one or two. But he's not going to go all out with rotation. I just don't see it at all. He's got to win. Aubameyang's always ill. Yeah, he's a bit like Ozil. Maybe they room together or something. Triple Brighton defence versus Newcastle. I mean, I did say back in Gameweek 34 that one of the reasons I wasn't so bothered about double or triple defence and having to hold them, obviously I didn't do it in the end, but was because this is Newcastle game. I think it's okay to play them. Now, I don't know if I'd want to play all three. One or two could definitely happen. Origi or Shaqiri to get going. I mean, Origi did play the other day, but I feel like now Firmino's had his rest. Will he get another one so soon? Probably not. Shaqiri could play, but I mean, he got quite a few minutes early on and hasn't really got too many recently. Let's have a look, because I don't know off the top of my head, but I don't feel like I've seen him recently. Yeah, I mean, he's featured 1 minute in the last, since Gameweek 28. Now, I don't know if he's been injured, I'd have to check that, but he's barely featured. I just don't know if he's going to bring him in. Like, Klopp's got such a good thing going, why upset the apple cart? Only double Liverpool and one City player. I mean, yeah. If I could go back, I'd get Sterling. I didn't expect Spurs to go through in the Champions League. And triple Liverpool, yeah, should have gone Trent this week. Made a mistake there. Amita, thanks very much for that. Muchos appreciated. Champions League the priority now, the Premier League looks less likely. Well, for Liverpool? Nah, come on. It's only 1 point. They can keep winning. The pressure gets to Man City. Who knows? Yeah, I mean, again, we don't know of Eriksen. Maybe Pochettino will say about tired players, but yeah, I think if Eriksen's going to get rested, it's probably this week. Salah or Mane captain? I mean, if I'm completely honest, if I had them both, I'd probably go Salah, because I just think we've seen what he can do before, the fear factor. But I mean, really, Mane's been so good for so long now. Gets into the right position. Should have had points against Cardiff. To be fair, so should Salah. I think I'd probably side with Mane. If I had them both on my team, maybe that'd be a different story. I'm not happy with Lacazette at all. No. Although he was my punt over De Bruyne, so it worked out okay in the end. Well, not in Gameweek 34, but in Gameweek 35 it did. To be fair, even if you'd found the press conference for Watford, he just said the FA had trained and he'd have to take a look at him. Didn't say he was going to play or anything. So a lot of people were put off buying him. That was enough to know that he'd trained all week to keep him for me, so was never going to transfer him out at that point, but did consider it. Spurs look good in the new White Hart layout. I don't think they've conceded yet. It's a fortress. The more games they play there, the more used to it they'll get. I mean, they did struggle to break down Brighton, but Brighton were very, very good at playing deep. Very deep. I can't bring in any more Spurs players. I've got a triple up already. Is it too late to bring in Trent? I don't think it is. The part of me thinks it's just not. Could be 3 clean sheets. Oh my god, excuse me. Don't forget, if you haven't already, by the way, vote on the polls. We'll go through them soon enough. About 10 more minutes. See if the ranks are updated now. 9-3-6-3. So I have gained 13 places tonight. Ugh. Rubbish. But overall up nearly 6,000 places. Now we're close to the end of the season. Do you have any big regrets? Certain players you bet on that didn't come off? not that I can think of off the top of my head without going back for every week and having a look. Obviously, Aguero in game week 2, not captaining him. Selling Salah and Son back in like game week 18 or something, or game week 22, around then, or maybe it was between 18 and 22. That was pretty bad because Son got like 50 points in the next 4 or 5 games, and Salah got 2 or 3 double figure hauls in the same time. So that's probably the biggest mistake I made this year. But ended up recovering in the end. Just goes to show it's not just 1 or 2 decisions that have to go against you, it's a lot. But yeah, that was probably the biggest mistake for me. Salah to Pogba or Sterling for gaming? I mean, it's got to be Sterling, I think. Pogba's got the games. I mean, let's see if they can do something against Chelsea. Is Liverpool triple captain a risk given Friday kick? No. Try not to think about when the game is. If anything, it's better because they got more of a break for their Champions League game. Gora, thanks very much. If I still had my triple captain, what would I do? I would use it this week, probably on Mane. I just think Huddersfield. So someone pointed out. So Huddersfield played Watford. DFA got 2 goals. Week before, Huddersfield played Spurs. Lucas Moura got a hat-trick. The week before, Huddersfield played Leicester. Vardy got 2 goals and an assist. Week before that, they played Crystal Palace. Even Van Arnold got a goal and a clean sheet. Week before that, Hernandez 2 goals against Huddersfield. Week before that, Bournemouth got on the action. Fraser and Wilson with a goal and assist each. And then it was Brighton before then, so they were rubbish. And then they actually beat Wolves the week before that. So in recent times, someone who's played Huddersfield has done really well. Why not Mane or Salah? I just think the form, Huddersfield are down and out. It's at Anfield. They're going to pump goals past them. I would go for it this week, I think. Salah triple captain, not a chance for me. I mean, basically, I had Deulofeu. I had Redmond in game week 34 for my wild card, and I basically decided that because I didn't need to play him that week when he had a good fixture, that Watford had better double game week fixtures in 35, which is why I got Deulofeu for the bench boost. Obviously, I regretted it instantly because in game week 34, Redmond scored twice, and he would have been first on my bench, and Lacazette didn't play, but obviously then Deulofeu got the points in the next game week, so I didn't really mind too much. I wasn't going to sell him once I knew that he'd train. I mean, I did consider it, but realistically, it wasn't going to happen. Are there any sleepers that will make a splash? I mean, Brooks has done well at times this season. Prez doing okay right now. I mean, Jota and Lucas Dean both could be really good options at the start of next season. Obviously, it depends on fixtures and whatnot. Man United haven't scored from open play in over 8 hours. Yeah, Man United are rubbish. Surely they can. I mean, Solskjaer's reign started off with a bang against good opposition. They've got 2 good fixtures to end the season. Maybe we can get some points there. Laporte or Lucas Dean? I think I'd go Laporte for the rest of the season. Even Huddersfield has scored against Watford's defence, yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously, everyone's talking about Sigurdsson now because he's done well recently, but let me see how his points are spread out. I think he's like the 10th highest scorer for the whole year, which is decent. So, I mean, he's got 14 against Man United and then 16 against Cardiff. In between, his scores are 3-2, 6-6, 3 and 2. Before that, before the 16, it was 2-1, 2-3, 9, 3-2, 1, 11. So, I mean, he hasn't been massively consistent, but he has had some pretty nice big hauls. Obviously, earlier on in the season, did really well. So, yeah, I mean, for his price, yeah, done really well. 10th highest score, I think he is. Maybe not after tonight, though. Oh, yeah, I don't regret Salah. I mean, at the end of the day, I got the wrong Man City player. I mean, I regret it in like a captain hindsight sense that I wish I hadn't done it. But in terms of choosing to do it, not don't regret it. A few people talking about Ryan Babel. They were talking about him on Twitter earlier. Let me have a look. I try not to watch too much of Fulham. Firmino. 1.31 expected goals over the last 4 games. Mitrovic, 21 goal attempts in the last 4 matches. Damn. Where is Babel? Can't even see him. 21. Followed closely behind by Ericsson on 20. He's also top for shots in the box, 16 Mitrovic, last 4 matches. Not sure about Babel. I mean, he's done well earlier in the season. Cheers, Jimmy. With Joe, I kind of know as much as you know, to be honest. I don't know. I don't have any more info. Hopefully he's all good, though. Or will be. As we make the final push to climb the ranks, is now the time to make differential transfers. I mean, we are running out of time to really make up rank. I'd still be a little bit cautious about going to differential just for the sake of it. But yeah, obviously this is the last few weeks. There's not much time now to make up ground. What's your highest ever game week total? Like 170 something? I think in a double game week back in the day. Sanchez got like 25. Aguero got 25. Son or Salah for triple captain? I'd probably go for the Liverpool man, but I think Son's an interesting differential this week. Yeah, don't forget the polls. We'll do them in. We'll do it. We'll do it in a minute. So vote on the polls, top right hand corner. Click that little eye if you haven't already. There's probably a little bit less rotation. I guess it just sometimes you get those game weeks where everything comes off at once. Do you know I got 112 this week. If I'd had Laporte instead of Koscielny, that'd be 122. What else? I don't know if I made it too many other bad decisions, to be honest. So still not close to 170 odd, but not bad. One City player for the rest of the season. I mean, look, it's really Laporte or Sterling. How do I get Sterling in? I'd have to get rid of Lacazette and Ericsson. I just don't know if I like it. I feel like that's something that will come back to bite me. I'm not really looking at differentials for the sake of it, to be honest. There's no one I don't really have that I really want apart from Sterling. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of happy to hold rank. I know that's quite boring, but I'm in the top 10k now. I want to stay there. I'm not going to get top 5k at this point. I'm definitely not going to get top 1k. So I might as well try and keep the rank. Jesus, can't get my words out. I mean, when it comes to underlying stats, by the way, I'm just looking here. Mitrovic is pretty damn good. Sigurdsson creating a lot. So assist-wise is good. I mean, Pogba's created 12 chances, had 10 shots in the last 4. Oh my god, excuse me. Yeah, Mitrovic definitely getting shots away. I mean, these are similar stats to what he posted early in the season. I don't know if I can check what points I need for top 5k yet. I don't think this will be updated. I mean, potentially I'm 20 odd points away. I mean, it's possible. I guess it is possible. But, I don't know. I mean, top 5k would be nice. I just don't see me going for a massive differential to fund it. I mean, I could do Lacazette to Mitrovic, Eriksen to Sterling, and play Doherty. Potential. I don't know if I've got the defence to handle not making another defensive. I mean, I could play Doherty against Watford and then play him against Fulham, and then play Koscielny against Brighton next week. So that could work. Do I have to have Sterling though? Do I have to have Sterling? And I'm getting rid of Eriksen, and I just think Bournemouth is a good fixture to have him. But a -4 to have the peace of mind. The thing is, Eriksen's probably quite highly owned because of the double game week and the wild card. But peace of mind to own Sterling would be nice. Sterling out for Mane. Nah, I don't like that, even though Mane is such a good option this week. I'd probably just keep him. I just don't feel like that's a transfer that needs to be made, personally. No love for Zaha. So I actually just saw on Twitter, Adam Hopcroft was saying, was all set on bringing Zaha in, but he scored 9 goals and 8 assists. Sorry, he scored 9 goals and got 8 assists. Only 1 goal and 3 assists to come at home. He got 2 home games left, and then someone else replies, just 4 shots in the last 4 matches. Maybe Van Aanholt's the way to go at Palace. You jumped from 208k to 80k in the last 3 weeks. Nice. Yeah, Lacazette to Firmino is another option, for sure. And I mean, then I have triple Liverpool. I still get to keep Eriksen. But maybe taking a hit to get Sterling is the more interesting way to do it. Anyway, let's do the polls. Should I sell Vardy for a hit? I have to get rid of De Bruyne. I won't be selling Vardy for a hit this week. He can score against Arsenal. In my opinion. Even I could score against Huddersfield. I definitely could. Your Game Week 36 captain is going to be 69% on Mane. Now, obviously, a lot of people just own Mane. They don't own Salah at this point. 18% Salah. So the Liverpool boys, obviously massive. Only 5% for Aguero or Sterling. 1% for Son, who I think is arguably a better pick than the Man City boys, maybe. Although, the problem is, even if Son doesn't get rested, other players for Spurs might do. Best week left to triple captain, 80% saying this week, 14% saying Game Week 38, only 5% in Game Week 37. So this week, Liverpool boys, captain. Vardy, should you keep or sell? 55% saying sell, only 45% saying keep. So just about looking to sell there, but I'm not so sure. I think I'd be keeping probably, unless I had nothing else to do. Jota, to play in Game Week 36, Jota or DFA, 57% on Jota, so maybe that will happen. So that is the polls. Make sure you hit a like on the stream if you haven't already, by the way. Be muchos appreciated. Mitrovic, Zaha, or Wilson. Do I really want to say Mitrovic? Michlovic. Let me get those fixtures back up a sec. Yeah, Cardiff are at home, Wolves away, and Newcastle at home. I'm not sure how many points are on offer for that Wolves game. I mean, I'd be bringing in Doherty. I'd be bringing in Mitrovic, then I'd be playing Doherty against him straight away in Gameweek 37. See, Bournemouth have Southampton away, Spurs at home, Crystal Palace away. I don't know. I wouldn't be bringing in Wilson right now. I know what he's like. He probably will go and score, but I wouldn't be bringing him in right now. Shane Long and Rondon. Look, you know Rondon's going to start. You just don't know with that with Shane Long necessarily. I don't know if that's true that DFA will get more minutes, for sure. We've already mentioned that Laporte is the double game week king. Shane Long picture is just there. It's just there. Yeah, look, for me, I think it's either going to be Lacazette to Firmino. I think I'm going to play Doherty ahead of Koscielny. Then Lacazette to Firmino. Or Lacazette to Mitrovic and Eriksen to Sterling. But I just don't know about selling Eriksen. For a hit as well. I don't know. I'll wait and see what they said at the press conferences. Right, people. It's late. I'm going to leave it there. Thanks very much for tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure to hit a like on the stream. Is very much appreciated. Obviously, subscribe if you're new around here. Only a few weeks to go now. There might be a deadline stream this week because I'm off, so I'll probably be around before 7 o'clock on Friday night. So maybe another stream this week. Otherwise, the next stream will be on Sunday. We finally get back to a Sunday finish for Game Week 36 before we look ahead to Game Week 37. I'll have the preview out tomorrow as well, as normal. Otherwise, we're coming to the end. Once this is done... Oh, yeah, the Patreons. Gorarv, thanks very much. I'm so bad. Thanks to the producers, Dean P, Madcheck, Gaz H, Melissa B, Tim W, Jansky, Scott S, Christopher M, Hayden H, and Matthew H. Very much appreciated for all the support as normal. Game Week 36 will be the last game week for the mini league for the Patreon. So if anyone wants to get involved with the final mini league, $50 prize on that, you can sign up in the description below. There's only 2 game weeks in May, so it's going to be a close one. So we'll see who can win that. Otherwise, yeah, I'll leave it there. Like the video if you haven't already, and I will catch you. So yeah, next stream will be Sunday, maybe one on deadline day. But I am planning on doing a live stream on Sunday, the 12th of May, for the 3 o'clock kickoffs, because they're all going to be on at the same time. So right now, that is going ahead, unless something comes up in life that I need to do instead. But I've already told the missus that I want to do it, and it will be the last stream of the season, or there might be an afters stream later on in the evening, but yeah. So there'll hopefully be one there. But look, I'll confirm that closer to the time. I'm going to go now. Good luck in Game Week 36. And yeah, I'll see you soon.